For today's video, I've selected the top best city building games, and without further ado, let's start with Cities, Skylines. This is a highly acclaimed city building simulator, offering a wide variety of tools to create and manage your own metropolis. With detailed graphics and a vast range of customization options, players can design anything from small towns to sprawling urban centers. The goal is to efficiently manage resources, infrastructure, and citizen demands to ensure the growth and prosperity of the city. This game is highly engaging due to its complex gameplay and the creative freedom it offers to players. I've delved into various mechanics of the game, such as traffic management, industrial zones, and urban policies. I'm still learning to optimize my urban layout to meet the ever-changing needs of the population. SimCity 4 will impress you. It's a classic city simulation game with charming 2D graphics and impressive gameplay depth. The goal is to build and manage a thriving city, ensuring the well-being of citizens while tackling challenges like natural disasters and infrastructure issues. The nostalgia and timeless gameplay make this game extremely engaging, even years after its release. Over time, you'll see various urban development strategies and have a lot of fun creating unique and vibrant cities. This next game is amazing. ANNO 1800 is next on the list, being a city building and strategy game set during the Industrial Revolution. It features stunning and detailed graphics that authentically portray the era. The goal is to establish and expand a prosperous colony, balancing the needs of the population, resource production, and international trade. The depth and complexity of the game make it extremely captivating, providing hours of entertainment. You will have a lot of fun exploring the mechanics of ANNO 1800 and building a robust economy amidst the challenges of the 19th century. Now we have Tropico 6, another one of our city building games with a political twist, where players take on the role of a dictator on a Caribbean island. The graphics are colorful and full of personality, capturing the unique and caricatural style of the game. The goal is to maintain control over the population, build a prosperous economy, and ensure the political survival of the regime. The mix of humor, strategy, and management makes this game very enjoyable and engaging. Amidst all of this, progress in the game is different and strategic, using your governance to deal with political twists and economic challenges that arise along the way. Before we move on to the next game, I'd like to ask for your like if you're enjoying the content. Even if you're not enjoying it, a like would still help us a lot. Now, let's continue with Banished, a survival strategy game where players take on the role of the leader of a group of exiles seeking a new life in a wilderness. The graphics are simple yet effective, conveying the rustic and challenging atmosphere of the environment. The goal is to build and manage a prosperous colony, taking care of the basic needs of the inhabitants like food, shelter, and warmth. The difficulty and the sense of achievement in overcoming obstacles make this game a rewarding and engaging experience. In my progress in the game, I've faced survival challenges, learned from my mistakes, and expanded my colony to ensure long-term prosperity. This one is one of my favorites, FROSTPUNK. It's a survival and city building game set in a frozen post-apocalyptic world, with atmospheric and gloomy graphics that immerse players in a bleak scenario. Here, you have to lead a group of survivors through extreme cold, building and managing a city to ensure their survival. The dark atmosphere and moral dilemmas presented make the game deeply engaging, challenging players to make tough decisions to ensure the group's survival. Throughout the game, you'll face brutal challenges due to the hostile weather and resource limitations, constantly seeking creative solutions to keep my community alive. PLANETBASE is a space colony building and management game, with simple yet effective graphics that capture the sensation of being in an extraterrestrial environment. The goal is to construct and expand a functional space base, ensuring the survival of the colonists and protecting them from threats such as oxygen depletion, solar storms, and alien attacks. The complexity of interactions between the different systems of the base and the variety of challenges presented make the game both challenging and captivating. In my progress in the game, I have explored different construction strategies and faced unique difficulties as my base grows and develops in outer space. A construction game with simple yet vibrant graphics, players can focus on the complexity of the gameplay. The goal is to build and manage a colony on a distant planet, taking care of the colonists' needs and facing challenges such as pirate attacks, natural disasters, and disease outbreaks. The wealth of randomly generated stories and interactions between colonists bring the game to life, making each experience unique and unpredictable. In the game, you'll face a variety of challenges and get involved in fascinating narratives while struggling to keep your constructions running and thriving in a hostile environment. Just like PLANETBASE, here's another game from another world, Surviving Mars. It's set on Mars, with detailed graphics that convincingly portray the alien environment. The goal is to establish a sustainable colony on the Red Planet, managing resources, infrastructure, and the needs of colonists to ensure their survival. Exploration and expansion are crucial as players face unique challenges like dust storms and water scarcity while working to build a prosperous society in a harsh and unforgiving environment that leaves you feeling hopeless. This fantastic game is simple. Foundation is a medieval city-building game with charming graphics that vividly capture the atmosphere of the era. Here, you build and manage a prosperous village, expanding and enhancing it over time. The unique gameplay mechanics, including monument construction and interaction with individual citizens, add depth and immersion to the experience. The creative freedom offered to players allows each village to be unique, while challenges like citizen satisfaction and economic balance keep the game challenging and engaging. In the game, you'll have the opportunity to create beautiful cities with stunning landscapes, exploring the complexities of medieval urban development. This game is 2D, but it's still on this list, oxygen not included. It's another space colony game with cartoonish and charming graphics that portray the underground environment in a peculiar way. The goal is to manage a colony of duplicants, ensuring their survival in a hostile environment and providing essential resources like oxygen, food, and sanitation. The depth of gameplay, including complex production and management systems, keeps players engaged for hours on end. With every challenge overcome, the sense of accomplishment is palpable, encouraging players to continue expanding and improving their colony. These games are different from the previous ones. In this one, you must build a prison. We're talking about Prison Architect. In this game, you manage a prison, which has simple graphics but can be played in both 3D and 2D, depicting a penitentiary environment realistically. You build and manage a penitentiary, ensuring the safety of prisoners and guards while keeping finances balanced. The complexity of interactions between different elements of the game, such as personnel management, security, and meeting the needs of inmates, keeps players engaged for hours. The sense of challenge and satisfaction in building a functional and efficient prison is a key characteristic of the game. You'll experiment with various prison construction strategies, facing unique challenges as the complexity of facilities and inmates increases. Have you ever thought about constructing buildings in ancient Egypt? No? Then this game is made for you. PHARAOH is a classic city-building game set in ancient Egypt, with detailed graphics that capture the grandeur of civilizations from that era. The goal is to build and manage prosperous cities along the Nile, ensuring a food supply, the religious satisfaction of the population, and protection against natural disasters. The historical and cultural depth of the game, combined with its strategic challenge, makes it an immersive and educational experience. Explore the complexities of life in Egypt while constructing monuments of iconic ancient figures like Cleopatra on a fascinating journey through this memorable game. When it comes to mythology, this game is excellent on the subject. ZEUS, Master of Olympus, is an incredible city-building strategy game set in ancient Greece, with colorful and vibrant graphics that charmingly capture the atmosphere of the era. The goal is to build and manage prosperous cities on various Greek islands, satisfying the needs of citizens, honoring the gods, and defending the city against enemies. The depth of gameplay, including aspects such as diplomacy, trade, and mythology, keeps players engaged and challenged. The game also features some basic challenges like organizing festivals, building armies, and managing limited resources. The Settlers is a series of city-building and strategy games set in a medieval fantasy world, with detailed and atmospheric graphics that bring kingdoms and lush landscapes to life. The goal is usually to build and expand a colony or civilization, managing resources, constructing structures, and expanding territories while interacting with other factions or peoples. The series is known for its addictive and complex gameplay, which involves both aspects of economic management and military strategy. My experience with the Settlers series has been very positive, exploring vast lands, facing challenges, and building prosperous empires in different medieval settings and eras. You must fill the world of city-state with a metropolis that is as grand as possible. The game is a political and economic strategy game with simple graphics, but don't be fooled, the gameplay is wonderful and immersive. It emphasizes the importance of political and economic decisions in society. Your task here is to manage a city or country, balancing different aspects such as economy, environment, education, and public health while maintaining the support of the population and facing global challenges like climate change and economic crises. The depth of political and economic simulations makes the game challenging and rewarding, offering players the opportunity to explore different ideologies and public policies. SimCity is a game that takes construction literally. Here, you must build cities upon cities. The graphics are modern and detailed, offering an impressive view of growing metropolises. You need to construct and manage a thriving city, meeting the needs of citizens and facing urban challenges such as traffic, pollution, and natural disasters. Despite some criticism regarding certain mechanics and launch issues, the game provides a fun and engaging experience for genre fans. This game is really great. When you place something to build, you can see the structure emerging and evolving rapidly. The game in question is Cities XXL, and it boasts a wide range of construction options, allowing players to create impressive metropolises. Your objective is to build and manage an expanding city, meeting the needs of citizens and efficiently managing resources. Although it offers a significant amount of content and customization options, the game received mixed reviews due to performance issues and a lack of innovation compared to its predecessors. Experience various urban development strategies and tackle common challenges in the genre, such as balancing municipal budgets and dealing with infrastructure problems. The list already has 4 of them. I'm talking about the games from another world. If you didn't like the other 4, this one you will love it. AVEN Colony is a game of construction and management of more extraterrestrial colonies with impressive graphics that depict fascinating alien landscapes. Your goal is to build and manage a colony on a distant planet, facing unique challenges, such as extreme weather, hostile aliens, and limited resources. The variety of buildings and technologies available allows players to create complex and prosperous colonies, while the engaging narrative offers an immersive experience. Enjoy the game's setting and explore it well. Build sustainable civilizations in an alien environment. We're almost finished. For the end of this video, I'll introduce a game that I was enchanted just by seeing it. Farthest Frontier is a city building and survival game set in a medieval setting, with charming graphics that capture the atmosphere of the era authentically. The goal is to build and manage a village in a wild and remote region, facing challenges such as resource scarcity, attacks from wild animals, and barbarian invasions. The challenging gameplay and depth of construction and management mechanics keep players engaged for hours on end. There are many difficulties in this game. One of them, in my opinion, is dealing with the weather, as it is not fixed, and of course, you need to meet the needs of your NPCs. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, as that really helps a lot. If you think any game is missing or if you're planning to play any of these games, don't forget to leave a comment. Those were the top 20 best city building games. This has been another video from New Quest Play, and I'll be here waiting for you for the next quest.